for this?
I am.
When Mayor Richie Daley, the other Daley,
Yeah.
left the mayor's office, he joined a big-time law firm,
King Richard II.
King Richard II. What will be Rombo's principal occupation 1 year after he departs his
1
honor's
year.
office?
Wow.
1 year, I changed it.
Okay.
You're welcome.
So,
Chewy.
my belief, 1 year, is that, we've all heard of private prisons, right? We know what's going on there. Rahm Emanuel is going to privatize public schools, and not in a private school perspective. He is going to sell out public schools to big business and major corporations. On my way over here, I was listening to, I think it was, Super Mr. Freeze Stadium in New Orleans. We're going to have, Tasty Freeze, high. We're going to have...
listening to InfoWars.
Yeah, we're going to have McDonald's, college prep. So he's going to be working on an organization that is selling all of our educational establishments to corporate sponsorships.
Okay. Do you have a problem with that?
I do.
Why?
Because we already have a McDonald's University in the West Loop. I don't need a couple of McDonald's college preps, okay?
Hamburger University.
Yeah, Hamburger University.
Yeah, but what's the problem? I mean, those private corporations are paying money for advertising. It's just like the TV shows that you used to watch as a kid.
Yeah, but
it helps to subsidize the lack of financial management of those organizations.
Unless there is a supervisory board that's an elected board where they are responsible for the overall sort of education that these schools are going to be, pushing out. If someone's paying for their name to be on it, they have say in what's inside of that building, and they're going to be addressing what's being taught and you don't want a corporation managing.
I don't think that's okay. Well, that's InfoWars.
We'll get back to that. Yeah,
Luis.
He will not be running for president in 2020.
Yeah, that's good.
He'll be former Chicago mayor. He might be a vice president candidate for somebody. I think he'd be good at that.
No, he won't.
China. Who's Rahm Emanuel's brother? A super agent. Rahm Emanuel, doing the rabbit hole that I went on Rahm Emanuel. This guy goes to China a lot to bring business to Chicago, to connect this city. Rahm Emanuel is going to be the key guy for his brother, Ari Emanuel, out there bringing the Chinese movies, Western movies to China. But you guys don't know that there's only X amount of movies from the West that are allowed to China. There's even a black period that movies from the West are not allowed to come into China for like a couple of months. Rahm Emanuel is going to be the ambassador for whatever the name of this agency is to bring in more Western business to China and more Chinese business to the West.
The Meg. That's the beginning of it.
Okay, there you go.
The Meg is
that a movie?
It's a new movie. Not new.
With a super shark.
A super shark, and there's it's got a lot of Chinese actors. And
yeah, exactly. There's a lot of money out there.
But how do you reconcile Rombo and his wife not wanting to travel very much? Right. This is one of the things. Rombo had given his life for 25 years. His wife had to sit in the background. Now she wants to. Not
you don't think that he can get a business class seat for her to go to China?
He can get a G5.
Yeah, does she want to go to China?
Well, she doesn't have to. He can leave from the West Coast, be there in 14, 15 hours, do his business, come right back.
Oh, so you also think they're going to move to the West Coast?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you think? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you failed to mention that. That was.
Oh no, I didn't realize that was necessary.
Well, I think he said, "What is he going to be doing?"
Yeah, well, I didn't realize he's going to pack it the U-Haul, move to the West Coast. Buy an Apple computer. I didn't go through all the details.
Do you think he's an Apple?
I bet he's an Android guy. I bet. You know what?
Because he likes to think different.
I'm going to be honest with you. Sorry, I'm going to take that back. I bet he doesn't even have a smartphone. I think he has one that he plays around with. When he needs to tweet, he gives it. He tweet for me.
Oh, you think he's the Donald Trump of the Midwest?
Somebody else is doing something. This guy.
I'm pretty sure Donald Trump tweets himself.
Yeah, Donald Trump uses an iPhone and tweets for himself.
Well, he likes to think different.
Well, it's the most secure phone. But let's get you before we talk about security. Let's talk about your.
All right. The correct answer is that Rahm Emanuel will be the chief of staff of the Chicago party aunt in her run for mayor.
I didn't know we were giving fake answers.
That wasn't fake. That's true.
Pretty fake.
That way he can control. He's like the puppeteer. He's going to be able to control what goes on in the mayor's office without getting the blame.
It's like Putin. Yeah. Say, I'll take this title for 8 years and then I'll come back in 8 years.
And the thing about Rahm and the presidency, I mean, 10 years ago he wanted to be president. When the Laquan McDonald thing happened, that ended any chance of him being president or vice president. Because if he were picked as VP, he's got the same problem.
No, exactly.
They will just pound on him.
I will also go out and say that I think most and this is what with Cuomo in New York, his comment was like, "Oh, the progressive wave is nothing but a ripple." Because Cynthia Nixon just got dominated. It was Cynthia Nixon. But what I'm saying is, I think that a lot of Democratic leaders that are the old guard of Democratic leaders aren't going to want to run for major political office because there is a trend that's trending against them. The only way that they can win is if they make promises towards the progressive left, and the only way that they're going to be able to stay in office is if they keep those. And I don't think Rahm Emanuel wants to do that.
No, and I don't know how informed you guys are. Mike Bloomberg announced he's running for 2020 last night. Mr. Soda Tax himself. So
are you going to vote for Trump?
We're going to have an American soda tax.
If it's Bloomberg versus Trump, are you voting Trump because you want to protect your soda?
I will not. If those are my two choices. Luckily, there's more choices, so I can vote for somebody.
You're on the hot seat.
I mean,
Bloomberg versus Trump. Who do you vote for, knowing that Bloomberg's going to tax the crap out of your soda?
If those are my two options, as much as I hate the soda tax, I cannot vote for Donald Trump, so I will vote Bloomberg.
So you support the soda tax?
I don't support
what
the
about
soda
you?
tax.
Bloomberg versus Trump. You support it.
I support the soda tax.
Okay, Bloomberg too.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Question.
Well, yeah. Everybody get out and vote. Sign up.
Register. Petitions. Sign petitions
to get people on the ballot.
Double check that you're registered.
In the right neighborhood.
In the right neighborhood, the right precinct, all that fun stuff. And that's it for this episode of the Hi-Fi Critics.